What's going on, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Friday night, late night live. Friday night, late night live, or late night, Friday night live, or Friday, late night live. However y'all want to phrase it. Your big brother is here. And I hope I'm loud and clear. What I want to do is cover this topic with y'all because it's not a new discovery. It's not a new discovery, but it is something that I feel needs to be addressed, and maybe we can kind of pose the questions as to why some people just don't seem to want to be better, don't seem to want to do better. It's really weird. So we'll go over a few reasons that I have in my head, but we'll also get a chance to go over some of y'all's reasons why y'all think that this is the case, because sadly, I can say this with confidence without actually knowing. I can say this with confidence that many of y'all know people like this. Many of y'all have friends and family members like this. And it's hard when you care about them. And it's harder even when you see the potential that they have and they just, for whatever reason, don't want to live up to it. They just ain't trying to hit. Just don't want to hit. What's up, Yehudi? What's up, Erica? I see y'all the first people in the building, man. Be sure to hit the like button, that little thumbs up button as y'all come in. Every little bit helps. But we just posing this, we just putting this out there. I should have asked the question. I should have put it in question form to ask the question, why is it that some people just don't want to be better? And I'm not sure if I'm thinking deep enough on the difference between doing better and being better. I guess that could be viewed as the same thing. But when I say doing better, when you say doing better, that kind of maybe can imply just things outside of yourself. You know, you're being less selfish. You helping people out. You looking out for folks. You know, you treating people the way you would want to be treated. You know, you're doing better outside of yourself, externally, right? Being better, that's part of being better too. But when I say being better, I mean for yourself, your own self improvement, correcting the internal things that we have wrong with us. You know, it may not even be something that affects outside people. It may just be something within yourself. Like, okay, look. Yehuda hit it dead on the head. Laziness, feeling defeated, trodden down mindset. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you stuff, me stuff, our stuff, not how you treat nobody else. Because you got to understand, there's a lot of people who treat other people great. There's people out there, some of y'all, man, some of y'all treat other people beautifully, man. Y'all always looking out for others, man. You're dependable, reliable, loyal, good friend, trustworthy, honorable. You all those things to everybody else, but to yourself, not so much. You're self-deprecating. You don't believe in your own abilities. You don't think that you really have much value, and self-esteem low. But on the other side to that, some people are just trifling. Some people are just have fixed it in their mind that they're gonna try to get over on people rather than try to work and get their own. I'm a sponge off of you. I'm a roach off of you. I'm going to let you go ahead of me and lay all the groundwork. Then I'm going to slide in the back door behind you. I'm going to grab your coattail and walk in behind you after you've done the work. And then I'm going to look to you to put me in a good position. Then you have people that they literally don't want anything from you. Some people are like this. Some people, they ain't trying to use nobody. They don't want nothing from you. They ain't trying to get no handouts. They just don't care. They don't care, man. They just there like, it don't matter to me. I give me something to eat some kind of way and got a couch to lay on. I think what it is, L-Dub, LW, I always call you L-Dub. I got my light on tonight. That's all it is. I don't think it's just the cam is on point. It's the same camera. Sometimes I don't like that light blasting in my face. So I think what you're seeing tonight is the light. You are seeing the light, my sister. You have seen the light. So we're going to drop some bombs tonight. But it's getting kind of disturbing as y'all click that thumbs up, y'all who haven't did it. It's getting kind of worrisome and disturbing to me, you know, when I see people around me who just, they just don't show any willingness to want to better themselves. And when Yehudi talked about defeated, I see that a lot, man. I see a lot of people who are, they just walk around just feeling defeated, feeling like there's no more reason to go on. They just feel like I'm just, any attempts at anything are worthless. And look, I understand, you know, sometimes, man, you know, life just hands you L after L sometimes. You know, sometimes it's like a sports team on a losing streak. When you lose one game, you know, ain't no big deal. You okay, we lost tonight. We come back and get them the next game. Then you lose the next game. It's like, okay, well, then you lose that third one. Then you lose that fourth one. Now you on what's called a losing streak. Now you lost 5, 6, 7 games in a row. It starts to play on your psyche. It starts to play on your mental, because now if you're not careful, a loser mindset can settle in on your brain, and now you coming into the next game already feeling like you're gonna lose it. Oh man, I wonder how we gonna lose. How we gonna manage to find a way to lose this one tonight? The game ain't even started yet, because the accumulation of the losses has put something in your mind that's made you lose your confidence. But, so I understand, I get it. But what you got to also understand is that the only way to end the losing streak is to keep playing to win. Hey man, well, I lost again, that's behind me. This next game, I'm coming out hard. When I say game, I mean whatever endeavor you are pushing for in your life. I'm coming out. The same approach. I'm tweaking a few things that I may have did wrong that been causing me to lose, but I'm coming in with the same mindset to win this time. And it's hard to do because doubt has a way of creeping in. If things haven't been going good for a while, doubt has a way of creeping in, because again, you start to wonder, now, what's going to go wrong this time? But that that thought process that represents a wall. This is a wall, and you got to get on the other side of that wall. You have to place your thinking on the other side of the wall. Whether you have to knock the wall down or go over the wall, but you got to get on the other side of that wall. And it's about 98% mental. So when you start feeling defeated, you start to have that doubt like nothing that you do is going to work. That's mental. That's mental. Because wear and tear can't set in. You're not going to be, your body is not going to be the same. If you're in a boxing match, your body is not going to be the same in round 11 as it was in round 1 or round 2. Because in round 1, you fresh. You're bouncing around, you fresh. Your energy's up. You haven't taken any shots yet. You haven't thrown any punches. By round 11, you've been hit in the face. You've been knocked down. Body shots, wear and tear on your arms. You swinging, you punching. Your arms are heavy. Your stamina is decreasing. You're tired. So no, you're not going to be the same in round 11 as you was in round 1. But you still have to use your mental faculties and your physical, whatever physical abilities that you have left in order to still, because you still got to fight to win. You still are in a fight. That's the point I'm making. Now some people throw in the towel. They don't want to fight no more. They throw in the towel. But every time you do that, every time you reach a point where you just, I give up on that. Every time you do that, it takes a little bit of life away from you. And when I say life, I mean you just that spirit to be successful, that spirit to win and be great. Every time you quit or come off defeated, you lose a little bitty piece of yourself every time. But how many fights have you seen where a dude was getting whooped the whole fight? The other dude was ahead on the scorecard. The judges had him. It's no way this dude could lose this fight. But the dude who was getting whooped the whole fight, just somehow, man, he wouldn't quit. And in that last round or in the late rounds, he caught that boy. Lucky punch or not, however it went down, he caught him, knocked him out, and won the fight. And when you overcome the parts of life that seemed like it's no way I'm overcome that, what does that do for your confidence? What does that do for your mindset next time? Now, the thought is reversed, because whereas initially, if you get in a bad situation, you just give up and quit. Now, when you get in a bad situation, you can revert back mentally on experience from a time where, you know what, I've been down before. I've been in this situation before. My back been against the wall before. I've been on the canvas before. I've been almost at the end before. I know I have proven to myself in the past that I can overcome it. So I'm gonna do it again. So quitting now no longer becomes an option. Now you get caught up in the challenge of figuring out how to get out the bad situation. So our thinking is shaped, no, our results are shaped by our thought process in the tough times. See, when you had it easy all your life, when you had an easy ride all your life, you might say to yourself, you might think, well, man, this is Cadillac. This is cool. I ain't never had to go through this. I ain't never had to struggle like that or whatever, whatever. You might feel like that's cool, and it might be. God bless you. If you had it easy like that, God bless you. But the problem is the first time that it gets rough, most times people like that don't know how to handle it. They can't deal with it. They lose their composure because you now are in foreign territory. You are swimming in water that that's at a depth you've never had to swim in before. So you've not been forged in no fire before, and panic sets in. Now, compared to a person who's been in and out the fire all their life, see, that's like in some people's relationships, right? Even friendships, but I'll say relationships as an example. I'll do friendships as well. But in certain relationships, you come together with a person and y'all have a lot in common on certain levels. Y'all have things in common, like you may have a business. Y'all may have similarities in terms of the approach in business and getting money, building something together. Y'all may have similarities in that aspect, and that attracted y'all to each other. Like, hey man, she a go-getter, man. I swore. She sees the same in you. Or y'all personalities may just click in terms of, man, we make each other laugh, man. We have a great time. We together, we get along, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's wonderful. But y'all backgrounds may have been so different to where you came up under a lot of adversity growing up. It was hard on you. Your mom and dad was poor. I'm sorry, poor. But some of us was poor. We couldn't afford the O and the R. We were just PO. Some people have been through traumatic situations in their life. Some people been to prison. Some people have just been homeless. Some people, all kinds of things. Some people have been abused, and they overcame those things. They overcame those conditions. And the person that you with, they didn't go through that. They had it easy. Life was great. So y'all are connecting on those other levels, but now something happens within the relationship that tries y'all, because now y'all are together, and maybe the business maybe the business is struggling or falling or whatever the case is, or something's going down, that y'all are going through adversity, and the person you with, they ain't never been through that, so it's freaking them out. They panicking. They losing composure. And you like, just chill. We're gonna be all right. We good. These things happen. We're gonna be straight. They panicking and it puts a strain on y'all relationship because they never been through nothing like that. So the mindsets are different. So it takes the stronger person. The person who's been through the most is typically, the stronger person. And now they have to calm down the person who's never been through anything before. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me shout out Big Base Productions. Thank you for the donation, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was laughing all night. Salute. Okay, I remember you. Yeah, this before we first came in. Salute, man. Should have came over and hollered at your boy, man. Much love to you, man. But that's the thing, man. Nobody wants to go through struggles. Nobody looks forward to trials and tribulations, but the reality is it's part of life, man. It's gonna happen. It happens to all of us. It's happened to all of us. So the mind and the spirit and the body has to be trained and developed to face it and overcome it. I shared a post from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that my sister on Facebook had posted up. Shout out to Queen on Facebook who posted that clip of the minister talking about facing difficulty and struggles and trials. I don't remember the exact wording, but the minister talked about, it was beautiful. He talked about, he said, what kind of sailor are you that you only want to sail when the sea is calm? You can't expect to be a sailor and not have to sail through a storm every now and then. It's gonna happen. That's just the reality of it. You're gonna run into a storm. And typically you run into that storm unexpected. It's like driving. You ever drove out of town? You driving out of town. When you left, the weather was fine. You didn't have to be going out of town. When you left your house, the weather was fine. You got farther out, and all of a sudden it's just windshield wiper just, you didn't see it coming, but guess what? Now you got to figure out how to navigate through the storm. You have to. You're too far away from home now. You got to figure it out. But some people don't even want to accept the challenge of fixing their own problems. And now they have let their problems become a part of who they are. The problems have embedded themselves into the fabric of your mindset. And now that's just how it is. So you start giving up. Some people even become suicidal. Some people don't even want to live no more because they think, keyword think, they think that it's that bad. But is it really that bad, man? Now, I ain't being disrespectful to anybody on here who's ever contemplated suicide, anybody who's ever actually tried to attempt suicide. I'm not being disrespectful to that at all because, you know, I've seen it. I've had friends. I know people who have attempted suicide. I know people who have actually went through and committed suicide. So I know that in some instances that mindset is speaking to something bigger that's going on inside a person's mind. So I respect it because a lot of times when we dismiss it and take it light, then we just, oh man, he all right. Hey, man, quit whining, man. Man, suck it up. And you don't know how deep it might really be. And then that person does something to themselves, and now you're like, oh, man. But I'm not necessarily going that deep into it. I just wanted to touch on that. I'm talking about people who don't have any intentions of trying to go nowhere. They ain't think they wouldn't dare try to take their life. But while they're here, they're not trying to do nothing to get better. What if you had a child? Some of y'all might. What if you had a child who just had all this talent, man? You saw all this potential and talent in them. And they just won't apply. They just won't push themselves. They just won't do it. That would be painful to you as a parent. You would hate to see wasted talent and wasted ability if your own child just didn't show any motivation, didn't show any determination to be better in life. That would bother you because you would understand. You've already been down the roads that they going down. You would understand the pain of a blown opportunity. We understand. I see you, Erica. I'm gonna address that. We understand the older you get, you have a pretty good grip and understanding on the reality of windows. What is the reality of windows? The reality of windows in life, there are so many, there are not many opportunities, big opportunities that come to us in life. You only get a few. You only get a handful. And those opportunities are, like they say, they are called windows of opportunity. And there are moments on your journey through life where you are at those windows of opportunity with a chance to climb through them. And you either don't attempt to go through those windows of opportunity, or you move too slow thinking that you can get to it when you get to it, and then the window starts to close. And as the window starts to close, you look and you see, you like, and you're not taking it seriously. Now you're like, okay, you know what? I'll get to it. But when you first said you was going to get to it, the window was this wide. The window was this wide open. Now it's this wide. Now it's this wide. And you reach a point where if you keep playing around, you're not going to be able to fit through the window. You at a point now, you got to kind of try to squeeze through it now. But if you play around long enough, what is the window going to do? The window is going to close. It's going to close shut. So when you understand the concept of the windows of opportunity, and now you see other people that's in your life, like say your children, your friends, you know, some people have to try to pull their own friends up, their own family members up, like, come on, man, you know, you better than that. You better than, you can do it. And they just don't want it. And when that window closes, it's a wrap. And now you transition into another thought process, because the closing of that window represents the death of a dream. When that window closed, that represents the death of a dream. You blew it. Somebody else went through it. So it bothers you to see other people not take advantage of the opportunities because they don't want it. Hey, Lemon. The lemon. Now, Erica said it's hard to ask for help. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to ask for help for a few reasons. It's hard to ask for help sometimes because you might be going through something that might be so bad you feel ashamed or embarrassed to talk about it to somebody. That's one reason why people don't ask for help. Another reason why people don't ask for help is because sometimes we go through stuff that we feel is so messed up, we don't believe that anybody would even be qualified enough to help us. Ain't nobody gonna know how to help me. Can't nobody relate to what I'm going through. But that's not true. It's not nothing that you're going through that somebody else haven't went through. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Somebody been through it. And somebody overcame it. So that puts us in the mindset we feel like it's hard to ask for help. And another reason it's hard to ask for help because you don't know who to trust with your information. Because there are people that you will confide in and then they'll betray you. So I get it. You done told them all this stuff, man, and then as soon as y'all fall out, they start talking about you, telling everybody. Yes, yeah. He told me he used to smoke crack, and then he struggling. Man, I told you that because I trusted you, man. Now you done went and told everybody that I used to smoke crack because me and you got into it. So you got to really just vet meaning not investigate, but it means to really research and check for the validity of friends and people that you want to confide your secrets in, because everybody is not for you to tell everything to. That's why I hate it when people put all their business on social media. That's why I hate that. That drives me crazy. I hate it when people put all their business on social media. They put their relationship problems on social media, and you talk about how bad the dude was, and he talk about how bad she was, and they going in on each other. Now all his friends talking crazy to her, all her friends talking crazy. It's all on social media. Then 2 days later, they right back together. So I get it. It's hard to ask for help. But if somebody out there that you can talk to, you just got to know who the right person is. And if that don't work, talk to God. Talk to him first. Ask him to put solutions in front of you. And he'll do it. But a lot of times we have to accept the reality and face the reality that for some people, no matter what you try to do for them, no matter what you say to them, no matter how much you try to help them, they're not gonna change for the better. They're just not. They're not. Or it may not be your words that make them change. Might be somebody else. Or, God willing, you may say something to them today that time releases later on. Like, yeah, he didn't listen 5 years ago, but it kicked in today. Some people don't want to be helped. They don't want to be better. And if they have given up on certain parts of their life and they fall in love with other parts of other things in life, meaning you fall in love with being sorry. You fall in love with not wanting to work. You fall in love with being strung out on dope. You're not going to let nobody take this dope away from you. So if I listen to you, if I start taking your advice, that means at some point, I'm going to have to stop doing dope. They don't want that. And you never want to feel like you gave up on somebody. But if a person refuses to show a willingness to improve themselves, you can't make them. I can't make you be better. I can only put the stuff in front of you. I can only plant the little seeds, just like you can only plant the seeds on me. I might be the trifling person. You can only plant the seeds. You can do the best you can. But at some point, that person got to get up and make a conscious decision for themselves and say, all right, it took. I'm going to do it. Let me jump in these comments and see what y'all talking about. I'm going to go back in time a little bit. I'm going to go back in time. Yahudi said your experiences shape and mold you. True indeed. Person got to want it, man. You can't, see, I can't want something for you. I can want it, but it only goes to a certain extent. It's only so much. It's only so far I can want for you. It's a door that I'm going to reach that I can't get in. You got to go through it. I can coach you all day. But when it's time for you to get in the ring, you got to fight, not me. Mr. Brooks says, didn't make it this far just to lose your memory and fold. True indeed. I'm just scrolling through the comments, see if somebody dropped something on here and blow my mind. Take the conversation in a better direction or take it to another level. Some people don't want to be better, man. Phantom Face says, I can solve anybody's problem but my own. But why is that? You know what I tell people sometimes? Like, sometimes, oh no, I'll take that back. What I tell myself sometimes, this is what I tell myself sometimes. Like, if I got a issue that I might be struggling to get through to figure out, I might act like it's not me that's going through the problem. I may trick myself into saying, okay, whatever my problem is, what if there was somebody else's problem and they was asking me for advice about that same problem? What would I tell them? And if I think about what would I tell them, then I go, okay, well, that's what I need to do for myself. But like you said, to your point, Phantom Face, to your point, sometimes we seem to have a better grip and handle on other people's issues than we have on our own, or so we think. That's why a lot of us we'll internalize our issues. Like, I don't even want to talk about it, man. You straight? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What's wrong? Oh, nothing wrong. I'm good. I figured out. Man, you need some help. But then many of us, we fall into the role of the family psychiatrist. You are the one, the family counselor. You are the one who everybody comes to for the advice, for the help and all that. And when people can develop a dependency on you behind that, and they don't think about your mental well-being, because now they so caught up in you being the answer to their problems all the time that it's like they never stop even ask you, are you good? And you can develop resentment like that. Man, you don't never check on me. You never ask me if I'm good. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes all it takes is, hey, man, how you feel? You all right? You good today? And you go, yeah, I am good. I appreciate you for asking that. How are you? That's all you need. So when you in that mode, Phantom Face, bruh, if you seem to roll the solutions to everybody else's problems right off your head, you should be able to solve your own. Now I get it. Your stuff might be a little more complex than the people you helping. But self-preservation is the first law. So here's what you got to understand, bro. If you're on that airplane and them oxygen masks have to drop, what they tell you to do? What they tell you to do on that airplane when that oxygen mask drop? What they tell you to do? They tell you to put yours on first. Because guess what? You can't help nobody until you help yourself. I can't help you breathe if I can't breathe. I got to get myself up. If I get myself up, then I can help to get you up. But I'm choking. I'm trying to help you get your man. Hold on, I got it. Like the next time, I got to put my mask on first. So sometimes you have to deal with your own self first. You have to take time to yourself sometimes. Got to do it. I know I got blurry all of a sudden, y'all. I don't know why, but just bear with me. I might come back to crystal clear. If you're just coming in, man, hit the like button for your big brother. Hit that thumbs up for your big brother, man, if you ain't hit it yet. All right, let me get rid of this guy, man. I'm happy that you got your CDL, man, but that ain't what we talking about tonight. So I gotta put you in I gotta put you in the corner with the bad children for a little while. Gotta put you in the bad corner. See? I think a lot of people forget about when the seed begins to germinate, the roots are growing downward in the darkness before they sprout, before the sprout bursts to the top. That's right. See, the principle in that, universal mother of all, the wisdom in that is that sometimes before you get up, you got to go down. You got to be low sometimes to build yourself up in order to get high again. So that root, the root don't just sit there, that seed don't just sit there and then go up. Just like you said, it goes down first. And when it goes down, the roots develop. It strengthens its foundation, but it goes down. So now all of the things that needs to happen to develop it and to put it in a position of strength later on, that's happening unseen. That's a principle of life. So sometimes people say, well, man, where you been, man? I ain't seen you in a while. You done fell off? Nah, I ain't fell off. I've been in the lab. I had to go underground for a little while to get my stuff together. Then when I went underground to get myself together, I mobilized, I revitalized, I rejuvenated. Now I'm gonna come back up, firm, solid, fruitful, like that seed. That's a great comment. Charismatic, you can't save someone for drowning if you can't swim. I just said that in the song. Can't do it. But to stay in line with the topic, another reality is that sometimes you can swim and you still might not be able to save somebody from drowning because that person don't want to be saved, or they'll fight you. You mess around and drown with them. You trying to pull them out and they pull you down with them. So the principle to that is it only so long that you can try to speak positivity and life into people to motivate them before you have to say, all right, man, you know what? I've done all I can do, man. I've said all I could say, all I could say. You don't seem to want to be better for yourself. I got to move around. Because some people don't know when to let it go. And now all of your energy starts to become drained by somebody who they recognize that you care about them. So they use that as a means to suck all your energy and never give nothing back. So you gotta say, man, look, man, I done ran out of ways to advise you on this. People just want to hear you talk sometimes. See, we are beings, we are energy based beings. And we become better when we bounce energy off of each other. Not when I just drain all your energy and I don't give you anything back. So if you motivate me, if you put positive inspiration into me, I got to give something back to you. See, when I perform, like, you know, in the music business, a live concert, a live performance is, it's all about the energy. So you hear people say all the time, man, that concert, boy, it was dope, man. The energy in the room, man, you could just feel it, man. And then when he came out on stage, see, that's the process. Picture an artist, he comes out on the stage, right? Now he comes out with his energy. He comes out ready to perform. He's hyped up backstage. He ready. He getting his mind right. So he already got his energy. It's pent up though. It's contained. He comes out on the stage and the crowd just, you know, they glad to see him. So the crowd had pent up energy too. And when they saw that artist come on stage, they released it. And they released it onto the artist, right? So when they release it onto the artist, did the artist turn around and say, thank y'all, good night, and walk off? Just take their energy and leave? No. The beat came on and he gave it back. He started performing. He's singing all the songs they know and they love it. So they give it back again. Y'all playing tennis with the energy. So now the energy in the room is at a point where it's so good, but it's a shared energy. We are like one. The crowd and the performer are like one. We on the same page. Everybody singing the songs together. We're on the same page. Energy. That's how you have to be in your personal life, in your personal relationships, friendships, family, connections. Give what you want. Give what you want. You give what you want, and y'all play tennis. Give it to you. I'm going to knock it back to you. Backhand. Overhand. And in doing that, we strengthen each other. But the recognition of somebody who you giving and giving and giving and giving, they ain't giving them back. You got to exit. Because people will drain you. Appreciate the love, Drought. I'd rather see one do better than me. It's so fun. Well, you know what? And that's a good spirit to have. Especially when, you know, it's people you care about. Like if you got children, you know, most people that have children, the mindset is usually you want your child to be better than you was when you was a child. You want your child to have a better life than you had when you was a child. You always want to upgrade. No matter how good, you might have had a good childhood. Well, you still say, I want my child to be better than me. You might be successful in business. And now your child is growing up and starting to go into their own stuff. Any parent would say, yeah, I'm trying to help him do this or help her do that because I want him or her to be better than me. You always want to up the game. You ain't competing with your child hoping that they fail. But I had a quote in my mind, but I don't want to misquote it. I don't want to say it wrong. So I'm not gonna try to say it. If it comes to me later, I'll say it. Robbo says, same here, Phantom Face. This man's content, character, general, vital asset, stuff. I mean, you know, God is great, man. God is great. And I don't want to ever take credit for wisdom and knowledge that I didn't give to myself. The things that I say, they come, anything of good that comes out my mouth, it come from God. And I ain't no saint. I ain't no holy vessel. I ain't no holy man faking or trying to act like I'm just some holy man. I got some spring water I want to sell y'all. Y'all gonna buy some of my spring water? Remember that time I was trying to sell y'all a blessing? I'm selling blessing napkins. Y'all want to buy one of my blessing napkins? Your life will change. Your life is gonna change for better. You buy one of these napkins from me, I don't want but $10,000 per napkin. And your life gonna change overnight. As soon as you buy one of these napkins, everything gonna be all right. The blessing napkin. Nah, man, we don't do no fraud stuff like that. All you gotta do when you buy this blessing napkin, you just put it on your head. You put the blessing napkin on your head, right? You close your eyes. You just think about what you want. And then in the morning time, you got your blessing. All you gotta do is send me $10,000. I'm gonna send you one of these. Don't try to go to the store and buy one. It only works when I do it. But all knowledge and wisdom and understanding comes from the Most High. And we are wrong to try to take credit and act like, oh yeah, I'm so wise. I'm a fool just like everybody else. Trying to figure it out. Got my shortcomings just like everybody else. Ancient modesty, that's too much. 10,000 too much. All right, man, I'll tell you what. For a short time only, man, I'm gonna do a sale, bro. I don't want but $9,990. I took $10 off of it. So you send me $9,990, you can get the napkin, bro. Since you say 10,000 is too much. I took $10 off, bro. What more do you want? Deal? Cool. There we go. See, I told you I got y'all, man. I look out for y'all. Assalamu alaikum, brother Chris. Ramadan Kareem. Shout out to all the Muslims fasting for Ramadan. And see, that's another way. While we on this subject, I'm glad Brother Chris came in with the greeting. See, we have to utilize tools to make ourselves be better. It ain't easy. Fasting is a tool that a lot of us can use to make ourselves better because it's going to suppress a lot of the evil stuff that's in our mind because you're just not gonna want to do it. When you denied yourself natural things like food and water, you're just not gonna want to do it. It's gonna build your discipline up. It's gonna build your resistance up. It's gonna strengthen you in terms of being able to be strong and go long distances, long amounts of time without eating and natural things, man. I mean, what good does it do to have this life, to have this incredible vessel that God gave us if we're not willing to put it to the test? You go to the car lot and buy a car, buy a sports car, or whatever kind of car, and even before you buy the car, you want to test drive it. The dealership will let you hey, well, go ahead and test drive. If your credit good enough, they're like, hey, go ahead and test drive it. Put it on the road. So you get out there and you want to see what it can do. You want to see what abilities that it has. You get some kind of computer, right? You get a high-tech computer. A lot of y'all who carry the smartphones, I don't carry a smartphone, but a lot of y'all who carry the phones, y'all get when the new phones come out, when they scam y'all every year with the new phone, with they add a couple of little things to it and charge y'all way more. But the principle is you want to test all the features of that phone. When a new version of the video game comes out, you want to test the features of that game. You want to test the features of this computer. You want to see everything that it can do. You want to max it out. And you look forward to doing that, but you don't want to max out this mind and this brain that the creator gave you. You don't want to see how far into that you can go in order to bring out the best of yourself, because we don't even we barely scratch the surface of what we can actually do with our mind. We barely scratch the surface of that. So the first time something go wrong, man, I give up. I quit. I'm done, man. I'm done, man. You don't even want to, we don't even have the heart to problem solve no more. If people never had the heart to problem solve, we'll still be rubbing two sticks together to try to start fire. Somebody like, man, there got to be a better way to do this. Somebody like, man, you know what? Instead of packing these heavy logs, it got to be a way to kind of maybe roll this stuff, make it easy to transport. Somebody had to go into their mind and try to think about how to make things easier and better. We don't like to work out the formula no more. Hey man, y'all hit the like button if you haven't already, man. You know, I like to at least get to 100 likes in my small little community. Hey man, we live in a small gated community, man. My chat room, we in a gated community. All of us, we live in the same neighborhood. So y'all need to cut y'all grass. Some of y'all ain't cut y'all grass, man. We got a homeowners association around here. Click that like button, man. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes, man. If you haven't already. I know I'm on here late. I know it's late. I know it's late. We will max our thinking out on stuff that really don't mean nothing in the grand scheme. But when it comes to life and figuring it out, SFV, I love it here. Appreciate it. When it comes to figuring out our own stuff, man, I quit. You don't want to do it. But then we'll go work for somebody else, and whatever task they put in front of us, we get right on top of it trying to figure it out. I need this done by 4 p.m. Yes, sir. I'm on it. You going crazy. You lending all of your skills and talent and knowledge and expertise to somebody else. But you ain't willing to do that for yourself. Appreciate the love, Drought. Free Mac Biggers. Salute. God taught Moses the beginning, which was long before he came into existence. Master Farad Muhammad, God taught Elijah the science of what was taught to Moses. Come on, man, you dropping bombs. God taught Moses the beginning, which was long before he came. Ooh, boy, you going into the, come on, man. The moral to the story is you got to want it. I can't make you want something for you. You can't make your son want it. You can't make your daughter want it. You can instill it. You can show examples. You can lead by example. But at the end of the day, that person got to want it. They got to see something that makes them want it. Hold on a second, y'all. Like we always do around this time. I'm back. Like a recliner chair. Enoch must have been reading my mind. I was just about to say drop y'all locations. Drop your locations, man, so I can shout y'all out. I'll be in Denver, Colorado in a couple of weeks. We'll be in Colorado Springs and Denver on the 21st and 22nd of this month. So anybody in the area, if you want information, if you're on the chat, let me know, and I will give you the information. I will send it directly to you. Enoch out there in Pasadena. Yahudi is in Houston, Texas. DT in Melbourne. Charismatic, you out in Denver, Colorado. You coming to the show? We will be in your city on the 22nd. Charismatic, so hope you can make it. Monster Matt out there in Tucson. Ancient Modesty in Norris, Montana. SFV out there in Dallas. Phantom Face in Columbus, Ohio. Osita out there in Waco. What's up, O? Erica is in Lumberton by Beaumont, Port Arthur area. Mark Cook in Scotland. It's 7 o'clock in the morning in Scotland. What part of Scotland you in, man? You in Glasgow? We will be in McAllen, Texas, May the 5th. Anybody down there in what they call the valley, the Rio Grande Valley. Big Ock out there in the South Bronx, Ill 179 in London. Pat Warren is in Ohio. Man, I don't know, man. I need to get up that way, man. Is that, I can't make, oh, that L. I just see West Australia. I can't make out your words. Dabby Ariola out there in San Antonio. 0102 Drought, Southeast Houston, Texas. If you want the flyer, Charismatic, you want the flyer, that's my email address. Send me an email and I'll shoot the flyer over to you. Ooh, Brother Chris. God got blinders on people's eyes until an appointed time. The Gospels is Sodom and Gomorrah. Manitoba, Canada. I see you, Robbo. The repping Yonkers, New York, and Warren, Michigan. You worldwide, man. Philly in the house. DJ Yee out there in the Bay Area. Oh, you in Perth, Scotland. Not too many good rap concerts over here. Yeah, I did a show in Glasgow in Scotland. I don't know how far it is. Panamania 78, Kansas City, Missouri. Phantom Guy, you got a cousin in Fort Worth? Yeah, we've done plenty of shows up that way. Next time I'm up that way, I'll give you a heads up, and maybe you can arrange to come down and hang out with your homie, man. Hang out with your big brother. The first rapping the rivers. What is that? Whatever happened to your plant with the prickly things on it? I don't live over there anymore. But the plant is gone. I saw it. I was in the neighborhood. What up, Torrance out there in Milwaukee? No more shout outs. Let me see where we at. May 5th is your mother's birthday. That's what's up. Salute. Salute, man. Yeah, I'll be in Denver, Colorado. I'll be in Colorado Springs on the 21st and Denver the 22nd. It's gonna be a South Park Coalition show. It's not just gonna be me. It's gonna be myself. It's gonna be Point Blank. It's gonna be Klondike Cat, Dope E. It's gonna be an H-Town underground cast of characters, man. April 5th was your birthday, Leslie. Happy belated. Keandria, dead in Texas. Salute. That's my hood. Shout out Connolly unit. Shout out all the units, man. Everybody that's locked up, man, behind the walls. Happy birthday to Leslie. Oh, we've seen the Stevie Wonder version. J.E. says, one time my college tutor told me I'm capable of achieving a lot more than I'm satisfied with. That stuck with me for life. Like you said, it's about how much you want to improve. Yeah, see, sometimes, man, all we need is one person to believe in us. Because a lot of times in life, we've never had anybody to believe in us. You know, some of us did and still didn't want to push. But some people, man, have never had anybody who showed them that they believe in them. So you don't have that planted in your head, like, so you just kind of just floating along, going through the motions, and then one person comes along and sees something in you, and then they tell you, they put the key in your back in a good way, and they tell you, hey man, you know what, you really can do this, or you could do this, or you could do that. And you like, really? Yeah, whatever, man. No, man, for real, man, you good. Somebody see something you drew or painting or something like that. Somebody hear a song you made. Hey man, you really good. You really can rap. Ah man, you just saying that. Nah, man. And that's all it takes sometimes. So on the other end of that, we have to make sure that we do that for other people. We can't always look to be the recipient of praise and accolades. Sometimes we got to be the ones to give. Sometimes we have to be the one to give somebody that shot in the arm. And I ain't talking about that other shot. Give somebody that boost and tell them, hey man, nah, man, you the real deal. You can do this. Because sometimes you have a lot of people that recognize gifts and talents in you, and the envy that they have in their heart, it makes them not want to tell you. I ain't gonna tell him how good he is. That fool might blow up. Because a lot of people not wanting to be better is people not wanting nobody else to be better too. We gonna all be low down and miserable around here. I'm suffering, we all gonna suffer. Some people think like that, unfortunately. But you have to, we got to get foresight. We have to recognize certain mentalities in people, certain vibes in people. You got to be able to pick up on that. Maybe not immediately, because sometimes people can show themselves to be a certain way, and it can trick you, it can fool you. You know, it's like they misrepresent themselves in the beginning. You know, everybody is cool and sweet and great in the beginning, but the real you is gonna come out at some point. The real them is gonna come out at some point, and the mask is gonna get snatched off at some point. A guy from Tasmania told you about me. From Tasmania, they know about your big brother in Tasmania. Lemon, and the lemon up late. That's what I'm talking about. See, people, this is what y'all got to really understand. People, sometimes people around you, they really are threatened by your greatness. They feel like your greatness is taking something away from them. And that's because they're too focused on your greatness to focus on their own. Get to your greatness. Get to your own greatness. Look, I look at people's greatness every day. I can listen to another rapper rap and say, ooh, man, that boy, that is nice. But then I got to get back to my greatness. See, that's what we got to do. It's nothing wrong with admiring what somebody else do, because when you do that, all you're doing is giving accolades and praise and credit to God. It's like, man, God, woo, God, you a bad man for how you made that person so talented. The talent you put in that lady or that dude right there, oh man, God, you did that. That's got to be the approach, instead of, hey, why she get all that talent? See? So you admire what they do because it all comes from the same. So their greatness comes from the same place that yours came from. So how you mad? Oh, okay, I get it. You mad because I didn't get that kind of greatness. You like the person at the dinner table. They bring all the plates out and you looking at somebody else's plate like, oh man. You look at your own plate like, oh man, they didn't give me that much. Hey man, should have ordered something different. Get to your own greatness, man. You ain't got time to be upset because somebody else is killing it out here. You go kill it. You can kill it too. But you can't waste time. And people who become addicted to being miserable, don't let them waste your time. Because it's only so long that I'm going to try to pull you out of your misery and you continue to want to keep being in it. But they, but he, but she, but. Hey, man, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. Why do I care about you being better more than you do? I shouldn't. You got to live with you. I don't got to live with you. I got to live with me. Ill stylist excuses. It's always somebody else's fault. You never look at yourself and say, well, man, you know what? I got to fix that. It's always somebody else did something. Somebody else messed you up. And so again, people can mess you up. Yeah, sometimes they'll mess you up. Yeah, that's true. But even when that happens, see, if somebody else messes me up, I still got to fix it. Because I still got to live for me. I got to still be me. So I can only trip on the fact that, man, that fool messed me up, man. He told me this and then it went in another. Okay, I'm going to feel like that for a little bit. But I'm going to be the one to suffer the consequences and the result of how he messed me up until I fix it. Because who else am I going to fix? I'm going to go back to him? Hey, man, nah, I don't trust you no more. So you still got to fix it. How much time have we wasted in our life complaining about something that can't be changed? When that time could have been used trying to, at the least, trying to figure out how to fix it. Sometimes you don't fix it, but at least try to fix it. I want to fix my hand. I'm going to fix it. We all have. Can we get to 100 likes? Who haven't hit the like button, y'all? Let me. If you haven't hit the like button, hit it real quick. But stop drowning in misery all the time, man. You get one trip, man. And your mind starts to shape your reality. The way you think starts to shape your reality. Phantom face, man. They almost broke my finger today, man. Try to break your boy finger today, man. But even though somebody else did this to me, I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it. That's life. Stop drowning in misery because you become that. You know, somebody say, look on the bright side. Sometimes you might can't see the bright side, but you still got to look for it because it's there. Life, everything around us, man. This is what y'all got to understand real quick. Everything around you, every situation, every scenario that you find yourself in, whether you know it or not, there is a formula that exists in this universe that can correct your situation. It's just we just got to figure out what that formula is. That's it. It's we get hopeless because we don't think it's no way. So what I'm gonna do now, since I invested in this particular stock and I lost everything, I'm gonna put a shotgun up to my head and blow my brains out, or I'm gonna figure out a solution. Okay, I messed up. I made a huge mistake. I gotta figure this. I gotta get my way out of this. Now I'm just gonna climb up to the top of this 100-story building. I'm gonna just leap off of it. Now my family is stuck out. You just bailed out on them. Forget my family. They stuck to have to try to clean your mess up now. That ain't fair. Gavin Charlene 808, appreciate the love, my friend. You are my friend. I was playing basketball today, Leslie, and somebody thought it was a good idea to come behind me and try to swipe the ball out of my hand. I didn't see him coming, and instead they almost knocked my whole finger off. And now my finger's jacked up. But thank the Lord that it wasn't my shooting hand. See, I'm right-handed. So this is my good hand. So this is the hand I write my list. See, if this would have happened on my right, on this hand, I wouldn't even be able to write. I can't even write. So God is great. Could have been worse. We got to always find the blessing even in a bad situation. I need both hands to work, sir. Me too. I can't even swing a baseball bat. I'd have to hold a bat with one hand. And then you know how when you hurt a part of your body, especially on your hands, if you hurt a part of your body, you notice how now every 2 seconds you hit it up against something. You always hit the you hit your I done hit my hand up against something 5 times a day. DT said, lucky you got telekinesis. What you need hands for anyway. Shh. Can't tell everybody. See, I'm like Superman. I can't use my powers around regular people. They might send the forces after me. So I gotta be like a mortal. And I ain't taking no pain medicine if I can help it. Y'all ain't gonna have me coming on my lives. I'm gonna come on my live and be like this. What's up, man? It's your big brother, man. What y'all want to talk about tonight? What's on your mind, man? We just here. Then all of a sudden, I'm just going. So anyway, man. Hey, man, give me 8 more likes, man. 8 more likes. Gospel, that's how it works. When you hurt one side, you overcompensate. But I can't hoop. I can't hoop probably for 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm done. But now I'm gonna get all out of shape. Get all fat. Tiki 816, what's going on? 816, where's that? Where's 816? 816. What area code is that? Give me 7 more likes so I can get out y'all way. I can get out y'all way. Kansas City. I thought that was Kansas City. I didn't want to be wrong. That's why I didn't say it. And Jimmy say that's me. There you go. Kansas City, Missouri. 4 more likes, man. Leslie said, I got pushed down the steps and broke all my ribs. And one of my ribs punctured my lung and it collapsed. God, they cut a hole in my chest for a tube right in front of my face. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Who pushed you down the stairs like that? Hope they're in prison. Top 5. What's your favorite bebop player? Top 5. Elijah Wan, Magic, Jordan, Elijah Wan, Magic, Jordan. It's tough after them 3 because those like automatics. Elijah Wan, Magic, Jordan. Kareem. Couple of these Yeah, Olajuwon, Magic, Jordan, Kareem. Um, y'all might get mad at me when I say this one because of how he went out in Houston, but maybe James Harden. Yeah. Well, yeah, Akeem. I'm biased to Akeem because he played for the Rockets. Yeah, because I watched his whole career. I saw him just come up from the bottom and just get it done. So he's my favorite player of all time in any sport. But even if Akeem could have played for anybody the way he played, I still would have been a fan. I need one more like y'all. Yeah, Curry did his thing. You know, I'm an old school guy, man. I just like the old school players. I like the new ones too. Hold on, we got to go back to Leslie. Who pushed you down these stairs? I hope you out of that. I hope their relationship is over. I could not believe he pushed me down the steps. Yeah. 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 I hope that's over with. I hope that happened a long time ago because that the opposite of that could speak to what the topic we on, because you say some people don't want to be better, like people who may stay, not saying you, but some people who stay in abusive relationships, and you got people all around them telling them, man, why you still with that dude? That dude, he gonna kill you one day. And men too, men be in abusive relationships. Some of these women out here be abusive, bro. Straight up, some of these women be abusive. These dudes be living in hell. They be scared and fearful and stressed out and going through it. But they won't transition out of it. So it's like, well, man, you don't want to have a better life for yourself. You don't want that happiness because you steady, because some people's self-esteem is low to where even being in a terrible situation like that, they still, is something in their mind and still feel like they can't do better. How can you feel like you can't do better than somebody that's beating and abusing you, clearly showing you they don't care nothing about you, treating you like a dog, treating you like nothing, humiliating you in front of your friends, and no respect for your family, and slap you in front of your kids, and just these kind of people exist. Push you down the stairs. See, if you push, bro, if you push a person down the stairs, do you know how many things can happen to somebody when a person can break their neck tumbling down some stairs? Like you just said, you broke all your ribs, and one of the ribs punctured through your lung. You blessed to be alive. Appreciate y'all giving to them 100 likes. We squeezed them 100 likes out tonight. It was hard. It was a hard fought battle. So you have to have love for, you got to care about yourself. Some people don't love themselves enough, and they just feel like they're not worth it. I'm just not worth it. According to who? According to this fool? Man, look. He's steady telling. Now think about how weird this logic is. It's not even logical. You were the person that's always telling you how much of nothing that you are. You ain't nothing. You this, you trash, you dumb, you stupid, you retarded, you whatever they telling you. But they steady with you. But they won't leave you. What kind of sense do that make? You ain't worth nothing. Yeah, you trash. You know, but you won't leave me. And you won't let me leave you. See, some of them same people, when the person do decide they want to leave, they don't even want to let them leave. But I'm so trash, I'm so nothing, I'm so worthless, I'm so this. They are imposing the thoughts that they have about themselves, they imposing that on you. They telling you what they think about themselves. Because it's not that you can't do better than them, they can't do better than you. So the one person that's willing to put up with all of the crazy stuff that they doing, that's the person they treat the worst. See, you got to wake up. Let nobody treat you like that. And there's certain things, y'all, because sometimes, you don't know people. You don't know people. People, what that man said, people will, in the beginning, you're not with the real person, you with their representative. They send out a false image of themselves to pull you in. So you can get tricked, but man, look, once you see it for what it is, man, come on, man. You do yourself a disservice. Like beat you up all day, but they still there. Yeah, it's low self-esteem all the way around in them kind of situations. Him, her, everybody got low self-esteem. Everybody messed up. But somebody got to break the cycle. And you don't want the cycle to be broken. Look, break the cycle before he break your neck. That's what you do. Stockholm syndrome. Some are comfortable with what they know. That's a fact, Enoch. Stockholm syndrome. You become comfortable with your oppressor. But it's still rooted in no self-worth, because a lot of times people like that, they ain't got no money. They using you for your money. So how can some dude be, he ain't got no money. He don't do nothing for you. He don't help you at all. He don't do nothing for you, but he's steady whooping you and telling you how worthless you are. You giving him money. This is all you got. This is it. Thought you went to work today. You ain't get your check. He been at home all day playing Fortnite. No, man, come on, man. We gotta be better. We gotta put more value on ourselves, man. We gotta want to do better for ourselves. It's better to be. See, some people have this thing where they just like, I just don't want to be by myself. It's better to be by yourself, man, than be in a bad, abusive relationship with somebody. You already are by yourself. You just don't know it. He only beat me one time last week. Week before last, he beat me 3 times. See, he's getting better. Come on, man. You're already alone. You're already alone. Come on, man. Like I say, the other way around too, man. I saw a clip on Facebook last night. All they showed was the hallway outside of the apartment. They showed this lady, she grabbed this dude by the back of his shirt and by the belt of his pants and picked that boy up and threw him out the door on his stomach. I thought that was like her little son. I thought the son might have talked back to the mama, and the mama got mad and grabbed him and threw him outside. He stood up. I see he was a grown man. And the caption said, fellas, never date a woman who's bigger than you. Because she picked that boy up like pop out a sailor, boy, and threw that boy out the door on his, that boy landed on his stomach like, and then he got up and was like, I thought that was her son, man. Now, I don't know the backstory. Maybe he deserved to get thrown out like that. Yeah, man. She was a heavyweight. She picked that dude up. It wasn't no wrestling, like struggle, like get out my. When the door opened, she already had him, a firm grip on him, and tossed that boy like she was tossing sandbags in a hurricane. Sandbags in a rainstorm. Yeah, she Jazzy Jeff that boy straight up. He was, she straight up Jazzy Jeff him, man. Yep, bounce in the club. Throw that boy out the club, man. Just throw that boy out the club, man. Oh, man. Hey, man, one love to y'all, man. Salute.